What's up, y'all? This is Leigh with Pop Evil. Here it is, having one. Here's a toast to all you rocker and metal brothers and sisters out there. You know what we're doing. We're rocking Loud TV. So crank it up, turn it up, and watch it with all eyes open. Man. Like you said, though, man, it's very catchy, very melodic. You know, we're just trying to do our part from a Pop Evil's perspective, where you can just kind of touch on all the emotions. You know, like life is hard sometimes, and life kind of brings you to different places. And I think with Pop Evil, especially on this album Onyx, you know, we bring you to a place where we want to smash windows and break things with trenches and you know, some of the heavier songs on the record, but also with songs like Torn to Pieces, you know, we're dealing with very serious issues, you know, with loss. And I lost my father, you know, in the making of the second record, and still haven't gotten over that, you know. And I think that, you know, music, when you think about life, the one thing that's always been there for people is music. And it's something not to take for granted, you know, and something that we try to really honor and respect, because there's a responsibility there as artists to be honest and to try to help. You know, bring positive healing to people in need, man. I think that's important. Goodbye, my friend. How did it end? Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to see on this record, you know, the turmoil and the battles I've been dealing with, you know, internally with losing a parent. You know, I mean, if it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't have been able to be in a position to be doing what I'm doing, you know, and it's my best friend, you know, and I think whenever you lose a parent or a best friend in any way, it's always hard, you know, and you know, losing Dad was a reminder that, you know, hey, we're getting older, man, and this is very serious. And I think that it really hit me hard, because when I was out in 2007, when we got our first record deal and we were doing this, you know, I've given up years where I could have been with Dad and could have been in a position where I could have hung out with him and done the little things, and instead I was being selfish for me, doing what I wanted to do. And I mean, I don't regret, you know, because obviously I love what I do, and again, there's a responsibility you have when you do rock and you do music, that it's no longer about you or your family. Your fans become your family, and that's something that's hard for some band members to understand, and something that we still battle with. And I think that the album deals with those situations of guilt, of true pain, of frustration. But
sometimes?
Yeah, I think so. But at the same time, of happiness and being excited about where your future is. And I think you know, that's life. That's the way of life. I mean, sooner or later, you got to let go, and you got to grow up and be the dad and be the main guy sometime. And Dad did a lot for us, and I just know there's a lot of people that have their parents and their loved ones that have done a lot for them. And again, this band and this album is about just being us. It's not about hiding behind, you know, the music and pretending we're something we're not on stage. I mean, we're fans, man. We got into this business because we were fans of rock, and we're going to be the band we are because we're fans. I mean, it never stops. You know, Five Finger, we've done a lot of stuff with them in the States, and you know, they're our friends, they're our brothers, man. And it's awesome to be fans of those guys and to be friends with them both on and off the stage, and to see the success they've had. You know, it's motivating, and it's hard work. And I know that it's gotten bigger for us in the U.S., but you know, we want more than that. You know, it's time for us to take this thing into Europe and take this thing more worldwide and become a more worldwide brand. And it starts one day at a time, man, one fan at a time. And Paris, we're here. So take. Goodbye, my friend. Now, about 2 hours from Detroit, so yeah, we're very influenced by the Detroit rock and roll and the Detroit rock scene, for sure. You know, I mean, the way that just Michigan people pride their music is very inspiring. I mean, we come from that. I mean, it's this very blue collar. You know, the economic situation in Michigan is very stressful this day and age. I mean, people don't have money to waste, and when they do spend their money on live shows, they want people to bring it. And you know, we try to prove that, you know, from a band that writes, we do believe in the music that we write, and we are going to bring it hard on stage. And give people their money's worth. And I think that that's what Michigan people demand of you these days. And, we're definitely a product of the Detroit. And it all started in Detroit, and I think that being from the other side of Michigan, the west side, we're trying to write our own script and make sure that there's a rock band from there as well to let them know that, we got something to say too. Let us be heard.
Okay. And you recorded in Chicago?
Chicago. Yeah, with Johnny K, the great Johnny K. And it's our second album we recorded in Chicago. So I got mad love for the city of Chicago. I mean, it's so strong in their roots and their history. It's been great. Our Midwest roots are very prevalent, and it was important to us to make sure that the records come out of the Midwest. Johnny on the first record, had more say, and we were listening to what he was kind of telling us. I think this record, this go around, we knew way more confidence and way more of an idea of what we wanted to do on stage in the studio. And we're the ones that have to play these songs for the rest of our life, not Johnny. And Johnny finally got to really produce this record. He was like, we're both finally on the same level and putting together a record that the band wanted this time around. But Johnny's, his expertise and what he does as a producer is amazing. I mean, he's a one-of-a-kind producer, and I think he really got the most out of us this time around, for sure. It's new for them, and I mean, everyone said, and they've even told us, that France and Paris especially is not an easy market, and big cities in general in the U.S. aren't as well. I mean, New York, L.A., big cities, there's a lot of options and a lot of things to kind of saturate the markets, and to find the hardcore rock and metal fans are tough. They got to rise up, and I think that's great that, Five Finger brings bands like us out. It just expands the market, and I think it gives the fans an opportunity to to see not only just other great bands, but get a great show. And I think that, the success of this tour has been amazing just because the show's so unique. It's so intense from the minute that we start that first note to the minute Five Finger plays the last note. I mean, you're up off your seat, man. You're ready to rock, horns in the air, you're screaming. I mean, last night in Belgium, a guy broke his hip, and he kept going, man. I haven't stopped the show and sang the next song to him. I mean, people don't care about pain when it's rock and metal, man. It's life. It's a way of life, and that's the one thing we love about being in rock. It's like, it's honest, man. It's who we are. It's not going to change us. It's what we were raised on. It's what we were born with. And when we first heard that first rock metal record when we were kids, and our parents showed us it, we put up our horns for the first time. I mean, it's what we do, man. That's all we know. I mean, I think there's always something to be excited about. I mean, there's always somebody new, especially in the rock world, when we play a show that has not seen you. And you want to grab that guy in the back of the crowd, or in the middle of the audience who's not moving, or maybe checking you, to grab him, shake him up a little bit, and say, hey, man, we're here. Whether you're not, you spent your money on it, you might as well enjoy it. If not, hey, pop evil's not for everybody, and that's okay. I mean, music, people have a choice, and that's why we pride our fans as the best fans on the planet, because they choose to be with us, they choose to ride with us, and that's important. We, as role models and as, musicians and as performers, have to respect and be responsible to our fans to make sure that we're fighting for them. They're counting on us to win these little wars, to make sure that, rock maybe one day can be mainstream again. And, we want to be one of the bands that helps make it happen. Yeah, we were constantly writing. Right now we're in the middle of our third single back in the U.S. With Onyx, and our first single here in Europe off Onyx. So, we're going to enjoy the hard work we did to get here. And right now it's tour mode, 100% tour mode. We just got to keep playing, keep pushing the record. But tons of stuff in the back pocket, what we're trying to do, and get ready to write the next record. But I think when that day comes, hopefully top of next year maybe, and then maybe by next spring, summer, we'll be here to do the festivals and to kind of do some more shows that can help gain some more exposure here in Europe, and just do whatever they need us to do, man. It isn't always up to the band. There's plenty of powers that be that encompass the band and kind of dictate where we play, and we can only speak our minds where we want to be. But if it was up to us, we wouldn't go anywhere. We love Europe, man. It's been amazing. You guys make a difference. Pick up that Pop Evil Onyx CD. Check it out. Goodbye.